All right, everybody. So take a moment here to just detach from anything you don't need. This is how you are wiping your slate clean for the day. Take some time to fully arrive onto your mat. It's Friday. We're going to have a great class. I hope that you brought your A game because I brought my A+ game. As I told Alicia, I had 3 cups of coffee today, so I'm like VVV awake. Translate that however you want. On your next exhale, feel your body get heavier onto your mat. Allow your chest to open. Take your toes away from your midline so that your inner thighs can start to stretch. And then together, take a deep breath in. Feel your chest open and expand as your lungs fill. And then as you open up your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Feel your body get heavier onto the ground. Take your toes farther away from your midline. On your next inhale, bend both of your knees, bring them up to your chest. Start to rock from side to side so you can massage your lower back. Bring your chin down to your chest, press the back of your neck and your shoulders into the ground. And then from here, stop in the middle, drop your feet down to the floor, point your knees up to the ceiling. Make sure that your knees are stacked right over your ankles. Your toes are going to face the top of your mat. And then when you're done adjusting your wardrobe, take a deep breath in. I saw you. As you exhale, lift up your hips, squeeze your glutes. Once your hips come up, dig your heels into the ground, start to feel your hamstrings open. And then everyone activate your core by pulling your belly into your spine. I'm going to be drilling that in your head for the next 45 minutes. So start to just warm up your core muscles by, again, sucking your stomach up and in. Dig your heels into the ground a little bit more. Feel your hips come up. And then on your next exhale, come down 1 vertebra at a time. Allow your hips to be the last thing to touch the ground. Good. With your hips on the floor, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, tuck, curl, and then lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, dig your heels into the ground. This time, I want you to feel your shoulder blades connect to the mat. Allow the front of your body to open. Lift your hips up just a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, come right back down. 1 vertebra at a time. Make it a slow descent. We're going to do one more. With your hips on the mat, inhale. As you exhale, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, take your hips up even higher. And then now as you exhale, bring your heels up. Inhale, drop your heels down. Keep your hips up, bring your heels down, Alicia, good. Exhale, bring your heels up a little bit higher. Inhale, drop them down. And then exhale, bring them right back up. Remember to keep your core super tight, squeeze your glutes. Try to bring your stomach up a little bit higher towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, slowly come down 1 vertebra at a time. Once your hips touch the ground, drop your heels. Good. All right, one more round of really fun bridges. On your exhale, bring your hips up, squeeze your booty tight, dig your heels into the ground. And then on your next exhale, bring your heels up. Inhale, drop them down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last one. On your exhale, bring your hips, your heels up. Dig your toes into the ground. And then from here, release the squeeze of your booty. Drop your hips down an inch. Exhale, squeeze your glutes. Bring them right back up. Inhale, release the squeeze. Exhale, squeeze so that your hips come up even more. And then do this for 15 more seconds. So just release the squeeze and then bring your cheeks back in. Inhale, release. Exhale, bring your cheeks together. All right, last 4 seconds. 2, 1, release. Bring your hips all the way down, your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side, massage your lower back. I've woken up the muscles in your lower body. Let's work on our upper. Stop in the center, roll forwards and backwards. Do this 3 times and then come up into your seat. And then as you come up into your seat, crisscross applesauce, sink your hips down. Take your arms up, grab opposite elbows. As you sink your hips down, drive your elbows up to the ceiling so you can lengthen your spine. And then take your elbows to the right, sink your left hip down. Start to look up towards your left elbow. As you sink your left hip down, Find your deepest stretch, open up the left side of your body. Release by coming up to the center, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, take your elbows to the left, sink your right hip down. Try to take your elbows back a little bit more. Alicia, you too, Dario, good. Excellent, Don. Feel the right side of your body open and then release. Come back up to the center. Bring your arms behind your back. Interlock all 10 fingers. Drive your knuckles down to the ground. As you squeeze your shoulders, feel your chest open. And then little by little, take your thumbs farther away from your tailbone. Keep your chin parallel to the ground. Activate your core by sucking your stomach up and in. And then start to look up. Feel the stretch in your throat as your chin comes up. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Lead with your heart. Try to take your thumbs farther away from your tailbone, your spine, so that you can open up the front of your body even more. You may not come down low, and that's fine. You're good, Dario. Just keep your eyes on the ground. Lift your head a little bit more. Yes. Now drive your knuckles farther away from your spine. Straighten out your arms if you can, Alicia. That looks great, Don. And then release. Come right back up to your seat. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Sweep your arms up. And then roll over onto your hands and your knees to go into your tabletop. Hey, Dutch. As you go into your tabletop, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Your hips are over your knees. Start to wag your imaginary tail behind you. Drop your head down to open up the back of your neck. And then stop in the center. Tuck your toes under. And then as you exhale, lift your knees off of the mat. Tabletop plank. Round your upper back right away. Your knees are just going to hover 1 inch off of the ground. Keep your spine long. Extend through the crown of your head. Your knees are hovering off of the ground so you can feel the heat in your core, which should already be super warm because you've been actively and intentionally working those muscles. Good. You're protecting your lower back as you do that too. So that's extra incentive to have you hold that the entire class. On your next exhale, straighten out your legs to go into your high plank. Drive your heels to the back wall, towards the back edge of your mat. Engage your quads. Round your upper back just a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lift up your hips. Try to ground your heels. You are now in your downward dog. Feel your chest open. Straighten out your arms. Spread your fingertips wide. Your eyes are looking right in between your feet. Bring your chest closer to your thighs. On your next inhale, shift forward into your plank. Get your shoulders to stack over your wrists. Your shoulders and your hips are in one line. Beautiful form, all three of you. You've got it. Round your upper back a little bit more. Drive your heels back down so that you can open up the backs of your legs. There you go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, meet me in your downward dog. Lift your hips using your core. Drive your heels down with your next exhale. On your inhale, shift forward. Go back into your plank. Round your upper back, engage your quads, squeeze your glutes, suck your stomach up and in, holding this for 20 seconds. Connect to your breath. Drive your heels back. Your eyes are down at the ground. More than halfway through. 5 more seconds. And then you meet me in downward dog in 2, 1. Do it now. Lift your hips, ground your heels. From here, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Grab opposite elbows. Just like you did on the warm-up, roll the weight to your toes though, and then rock from side to side. Try to drag your elbows down to the ground. Decompressing your spine, opening up your hamstrings. Drop your head down to open up the back of your neck. And then release by dropping your hands down to the ground. Bend your knees, slowly roll up, 1 vertebra at a time. Come up to standing. We're going to do one more warm-up stretch before we go into sun salutations. As you inhale, sweep your arms up, grab your left wrist with your right hand, and then cross your right foot behind your left. So you're grabbing your left wrist with your right hand, and then your right foot is going to go behind your left. So cross out your ankles. There you go, Dario. Good. Now as you inhale, reach up, lengthen your spine, grab and pull your left arm up and over. So you're going to feel this down the left side of your body. Dig both of your heels into the ground, engage your quads, squeeze your glutes, look up just like you did in the warm-up in the seated position. But when you're standing up, you are opening up more than just your rib cage, your left side hip. Stay here for one more round of breath. Try to bring your upper body back to open up your chest. Release. Come back up to the center. Uncross your legs. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. And then bring your left foot behind your right. Left foot goes behind your right. I feel like we're playing Twister. As you inhale, reach up high, touch the ceiling, and then take your right arm all the way to the left side of your mat. Feel the right side of your body open. Start to look up towards your right elbow. Ground your right heel into the ground. Squeeze your glutes, your thighs in. Engage your core. Should still already be engaged. Release. Come back up to the center. Uncross your legs, and then as you exhale, swan dive. Hinge at your hips. Come down with a flat back. Drop your head down. Open up the back of your neck. On your inhale, come up into your halfway lift. Roll the weight to your toes. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Plant your hands down. Step your left foot back. Keep your left knee lifted off of the ground. Unless you have knee pain, you can drop your knee. But everybody in this class doing it with me live, keep your left knee off of the ground. Thank you, Dario. Sweep your arms up. Meet me in your crescent lunge. Your right leg is at a 90-degree angle. You've got it, Alicia. Get your right thigh parallel to the ground, though. Bend your knee more. Perfect. Start to look up toward the ceiling. Drive your thumbs to the back of your mat. From here, bring your left hand down. Go into a low lunge with a twist. Extend your right fingertips up. Drive your left heel back. And then release. Bring your right hand down. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot forward. Sweep your arms up. Crescent lunge. Work on your balance, your form. Straighten out your right leg a little bit more down. Drive your heel back. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Drive your right heel back so that your right knee can lock. Yes. Beautiful, everyone. Release. Go into your low lunge with a twist. Drop your right hand. Extend your left hand up. Bring your left knee into your midline. Twist your spine. And then release. Bring your left hand down. Step your left foot back. You're in your plank. Excellent. Chaturanga. Shift forward. Bend your elbows back. Open up your chest, relax your shoulders, press the tops of your feet into the ground. Meet me in your downward dog. Lift your hips, ground your heels, open up your chest. Look forward, bend your knees, walk step, jump to the top. Come up into your halfway lift as you inhale. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, reverse swan dive, sweep up. Take a backward bend if you'd like. Hips go forward, arms go back. Exhale, hinge at your hips, come down with a flat back. On your inhale, look forward, roll the weight to your toes, exhale, hinge at your hips. Step your left foot back. Meet me in your crescent, sweep your arms up. Drive your left heel back, squeeze your left butt cheek, bend your right knee more. Then go into your low lunge with a twist, drop your left hand, keep your right arm elevated. Try to take your right hand farther away from your midline to twist your spine. And then release, bring your right hand down, step your right foot back, step your left foot forward. Go into your crescent, take your arms up, drive your right heel back, bend your left knee even more. Feel your right side hip flexors open. Excellent, everyone. Go into your low lunge with a twist. Your right hand drops. As your left arm lifts, take your left hand away from your midline. Open up your chest. Release, drop your left hand down, step your left foot back, and then chaturanga. Shift forward, maybe add an extra push-up. Then open up the front of your body. Exhale, downward dog. We're only going to do one more round of sun cells. Let's do it. Look forward. Bend your knees, walk step, jump to the top. Come up into your halfway lift. Nice dawn. Exhale, hinge at your hips. And then inhale, sweep up. Touch the ceiling, go into your backward bend. Arms go back. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Come all the way down. Halfway lift as you inhale, roll the weight to your toes. Exhale, hinge at your hips, step your left foot back. We're going into this quicker. Sweep your arms up. Take your thumbs back, straighten out your left leg. Go into your low lunge with a twist. Take your right arm farther away from your midline. Bring your right knee into your midline. Release by dropping your right hand down. Straighten out your right leg. Take your left foot forward. Crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up. Drive your right heel back. Bend your left knee even more. Backward bend. Then drop your right hand down. Keep your left arm lifted. Add that twist. Your left hand goes away from your midline as your left knee comes in. Then release by dropping your left hand. Step your left foot back. You're in your plank. Everyone add an extra push-up. Shift forward first. Inhale down. Exhale. Push up. Inhale down. And then take a backward bend as you inhale. Excellent. Go into your child's pose. Take your knees apart, your hips back to your heels. Your arms are straight, maybe slightly bent. Allow your forehead to rest onto the ground. Because we did that last round a little bit quicker, your heart is probably beating a little fast. Remind yourself to take those slower inhales and exhales. You can control the pacing of your heart at any time by focusing on your breath. All right, we're gonna go even faster than that now. Push up into your downward dog. Once you go into that shape, lift your hips even higher, drive your heels down to the mat. Let's throw in some downward dog push-ups. So as you inhale, you're gonna take your elbows out, try to get your forehead as close to the ground as you can. Your hips are gonna stay lifted. As you exhale, straighten out your arms, drive your heels closer to the mat. We're gonna do a total of 5. Inhale, bend your elbows, forehead touches the ground. Exhale, squeeze your triceps, straighten out your arms. Again, total of 5. You get to go at your own pace. Just make sure that you are utilizing your breath here. Keep your chest as close to your thighs as you can to make it as challenging as it can be. I'm down to my last 2. Keep that core tight. Your reminder, I'm gonna try and remind you every 3 minutes or so. Last one for me. When you are done, hang out here in your downward dog. Spread your fingertips wide, drive your heels down. Lift up your right leg. Extend your toes to the back of your mat, drive your left heel down. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Go right into a twist. Awesome. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Bend your right knee, point your toes down, open up the right side of your body. And then exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow, twist deeper, maybe tap the outside. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg, point your knee up as your toes drop. Last one, bring your right knee to the outside of your left elbow. Hold it, then go into your fallen triangle. Your right foot goes to the left side of your mat. Extend your left hand up. Keep your shoulders in line with each other. Good. Extend your left fingertips up. Squeeze your glutes so your hips lift. Then frame your left ear with your left bicep. Reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. Open up your chest. Release by bringing your left hand down. Sweep your right leg back up. Go into your 3-legged dog. Then step it through. Crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up. Bend your right knee a lot. Keep your spine long. Tuck your tailbone under. Then feel the weight shift to your right leg. You're going to find a balance, lifting your knee up to your chest. Get a grip underneath your shin. Yes, Dawn. So balance onto your right leg, Alicia, and then bring your left knee up to your chest. Yes, good. Stand up tall, activate your quads, dig your right heel into the ground, open up your chest. And then from here, you're gonna go into standing bow. Grab the top of your left foot with your left hand. You're gonna open up your chest just by getting that grip. There you go, Dario. Sweep your right arm up. Your right palms are gonna face forward. Dig your right big toe into the mat. Squeeze your knees together. Then as you exhale, point your left toes and then hinge at your hips. Keep your right arm long and strong. Try to keep your right ear and your right bicep in one line. Every exhale is a chance for you to kick your left toes up a little bit more. You're using your kick to drive your posture. You're twisting your spine. You've got it, Dario. Keep your focus on one spot on the ground that doesn't move. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, point your toes, kick hardest, drop your chest. Try to keep your right arm in line with your bicep, your bicep in line with your ear. Last 3, 2, 1, release. Come back up into your balance. Lift your left knee up to your chest. Pull hard, bring your elbows down towards your hips, and then release. Drop your left foot down to the ground, arms down both sides of your body. Bend one knee at a time, shake it off. That was a lot on one leg. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, swan dive. Your feet are just hip width distance apart. As you come down into this forward fold, meet me in gorilla. Lift your feet, walk onto the palms of your hands, roll the weight from big toe to pinky toe, drop your head down, open up the back of your neck. So you're doing that. You're also decompressing your spine as you open up your hammies. Roll the weight to your toes. Excellent work. Everybody knows this is my favorite pose, so we always hang out in this way too long. If you don't like it, you're gonna learn to love it. Drop your head even more. Put more pressure on your wrists as you need it. The little fatty parts of your hands, so the thumb side, that's where I live. I put all the weight there. Ooh, so good. Last round of breath. And then release. Flip your hands so that your hands are down on the mat. Step back into your downward dog. We're going to go into the left side. So in your downward dog, just reset your spine, drive your heels down, engage your quads. Upside down V shape. As you inhale, lift up your left leg. Point your toes, go for that extension. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Twist. This is your first one, so it doesn't have to be deep. Inhale, point your toes, go for that extension and engagement. Now, as you exhale, bring your left knee to the outside of your right elbow. Twist a little deeper, hold it. Inhale, straighten out your leg. Point your toes, engage your quads. Last one. Exhale, left knee goes to the outside of your right elbow. Hold it. Then kick it through. Fallen triangle. Sweep your right arm up. Open up the front of your body. Dig your heels into the ground. Squeeze your glutes. Then sweep your right ear. Sweep your right arm up and over to frame your right ear. Your right palm should face down. Squeeze your booty a little bit more so your hips come up. And then release. Bring your right hand down. Sweep your left leg up. You're back in your three-legged dog. Point your toes. Then step your foot through. Meet me in your crescent. So your left foot is forward. Sweep your arms up. Bend your left knee a lot. Drive your right heel back. We're doing great. You're going to get a water break after this. As you exhale, feel the weight shift to your left foot. Balance onto your left leg as your right knee comes up. Grab underneath your right knee. So right at your shin. Relax your shoulders. Dig your left heel, your left big toe into the ground. Take a deep breath in. Activate your quads. Feel your left leg strengthen. You're finding balance just by standing here. Release the grip to get ready for your standing bow. So grab the top of your foot with your right hand. Your right thumb is back. You're going to feel your chest open up. Squeeze your knees together. Start to extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your knees together. Suck your stomach up and in. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, point your right toes up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your right butt cheek. So we did those bridges at the beginning of class to warm up and strengthen your lower body muscles. That's going to come in handy now. Use your kick to drive your posture. Use your breath to refuel your body. Keep your left arm long and strong. Drive your fingertips to the top of your mat as you drive your right toes up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, kick even more. Drop your chest closer to the mat. Kick your heel away from your hip. If you fall out, get right back into it. Eyes are forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, find your deepest stretch. Kick hardest. And then release. Come back up into your balance. Your left leg is down. Grab underneath your right knee. Drive your elbows down to your hips. Relax the tops of your shoulders. We're almost done. And then now we're done. Drop your right foot down. Bend one knee at a time. Shake it out. Relax your shoulders. And then now take a water break if you need it. I don't have my water bottle. Okay. Somebody have water for me. Just kidding. I know where it is. I see it. Make this a quick sip. We still have one more flow to do. How are you feeling? Thumbs up if you're pumped. So we're not doing hella hard things. We don't do a lot of balancing in these classes, so I'm trying to weasel them in a little bit more. When you are done with your water break, just come back up to the top of your mat in mountain pose. So stand with your feet all the way together. Arms are down both sides of your body. Your shoulders are over your hips. I'll face you so you know what it looks like from the front. You want your big toes to touch. You want to engage your quads. Try to squeeze your thighs in. Beautiful, Dawn. Bring your palms to face forward. And then bring your shoulders down and away from your ears. Good. We're all here. Release all the air from your lungs as you exhale. And then on your inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, swan dive, hinge at your hips. Place your hands down, step back into your downward dog. So your hands and feet are hip width distance apart. As you inhale, lift up your right leg, point your toes. Bring your right knee to your right elbow, hold it, round your upper back, and then inhale, straighten out your leg, point your toes up, then step it through. Go into your warrior one. Drop your left heel, sweep your arms up, bend your right knee. You're not going to get your right thigh parallel to the ground unless your hips are super open, but try your hardest here to keep your hips square to the top of your mat. So exaggerate how much you're driving your left hip forward. That looks good, Alicia, but keep your left foot at a 45-degree angle. So your heel should be on the mat. There you go. Step your left foot forward 2 inches. Left foot forward. Good. Sweep your arms up. And then as you exhale, straighten out your right leg, hinge at your hips. You're ready for your pyramid. So you want your chest to drop down to touch your right thigh. Bring your chin into your chest just slightly so the back of your neck can open. And your hands are going to frame your right foot. Now, as you press your hands into the ground, start to bend your elbows back. Feel the back of your right leg open. As you dig your left heel into the ground and activate your left quads, feel your left hamstrings open up just a little bit more. Then again, you're going for that length down your spine, which includes your neck. So put more pressure on the mat with your hands to deepen the stretch throughout your body. Backside is opening up so much here. Release by walking your fingertips forward. So bring your hands right in front of your right big toe. Feel the weight shift to your right leg. Slowly lift your left leg up. So your hips are square to the ground. Your left heel is in line with your left hip. Good. So your fingertips are just grazing the ground. You have that extra support. This is your supported warrior 3. Keep your eyes on the mat. Engage your core even more. Suck your stomach up and in. You're going to feel the weight shift to your right hand. Prepare now for your half moon. Start to peel your left hand all the way up. Stacking your left wrist over your shoulders. Keep your hips in one line. Flex your left toes so that they face the left side of your mat. Good. Everyone squeeze your left butt cheek. Excellent, Dawn. Twist your spine. From here, bring your left hand down. Underneath your left shoulder, you're going to go into your revolved half moon. So you're going to sweep your right arm up, twist your spine. Now your left toes are facing the mat. You want to stack your right shoulder over your left. So try to bring your right arm back just a little bit more. Release by bringing your right hand down. Go into your standing splits. Oof. Dig your right heel into the ground. Lift your left toes up. Drop your head. Open up the back of your neck. We're almost done. Release. Step your left foot all the way back. Sweep your right leg up. 3-legged dog. Bend your right knee. Point your toes down. This should feel so good. Draw 3 circles with your right knee. Go in one direction. Then go in the opposite. Whew, that was a lot on your right hip. So again, this should feel like so much relief. When you are done with your 6 circles, straighten out your right leg, point your toes up, and then drop your right foot down. Ooh, then one knee at a time. Move your hips, sway them out. We're going to the left side. Bring your hips up even more. On your inhale, shift forward into your plank first, just to reset. Give our hips a break since we know what's coming up on the left side. Round your upper back, drive your heels back. Hold this for 8 more seconds. You can do it. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward dog. Lift your hips. Lift your left foot off of the ground. Point your toes. Go for the extension. Now bring your left knee to your left elbow. Hold it. Excellent. Inhale, straighten out your leg, point your toes. And as you exhale, step it through. Meet me in your warrior 1. Ground your right heel. Sweep your arms up. Extend your fingertips to the ceiling. Bend your left knee. Your right heel is planted. Good, Dario, but step your left foot forward just a little bit more. Left foot forward. Good. Engage your right quads. Then as you exhale, straighten out your left leg. Hinge at your hips. Meet me in your pyramid. So your right foot is going to remain at that 45-degree angle. Nice entry, Dawn. Try to keep both of your heels in one line. Your hips square to the ground. Yes, Alicia, step your right foot forward. Dario, you too, and turn your right toes in. So turn your right toes in toward your midline. Yes. That way your hips are square to the ground. Beautiful. Now, Alicia, try to straighten out your left leg even more. Left leg, straighten it out. There you go. You don't have to get your chest to drop down to your thigh. It's more important for your left leg to be straight so the backs of both of your legs can open up here. Yes. Your hands are down on the ground, right underneath your shoulders. And then again, you put more pressure on your mat with your hands. Bend your elbows back to deepen the stretch down the back of your left leg specifically. One more round of breath. And then release. Walk your fingertips forward. We're going into that fun sequence. Balancing onto your left leg. Lift your right foot up. Your right ankle, your right hip are in one line. Both of your hips are square to the ground. Point your toes just for a moment. Keep your fingertips lightly grazing the ground. Now you're going to get set up for your half moon. Plant your left hand into the mat. Stack your right hip over your left. Flex your right toes and then peel your right hand up. So now your right wrist is in line with both of your shoulders. Drive your right heel to the back of your mat. One round of breath. And then release. Bring your right hand down onto the mat, right underneath your shoulder. Keep your hips square to the ground. And then peel your left hand up. Here, you want to keep your hips square to the ground. You're just extending your left hand up. Your right toes are facing the ground. So flex your toes, Dario. Excellent, Dawn. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. Drop your left hand down, standing splits. Lift your right leg. Hand out your hips even more. Extend through the crown of your head. So get the crown of your head closer to the top of your left foot. Almost done. We're getting that relief in 3, 2, 1. Take your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. Sweep your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee. Open up your left side hip. Oh, you get those 6 circles, 3 in one direction. And then go in the opposite. When you're done with your 6 circles, square your hips off to the ground. Point your toes to the back of your mat. Go for that extension so much so that your chest opens. And then as you exhale, release, drop your left foot down to the ground. Make sure your feet are hip width distance apart. From here, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Bend both of your knees. Rest your hips on your heels. Squeeze your thighs together. Start to walk your hands back. Stack your shoulders over your hips. You're in a toe stand. Awesome. You've got it. All of you got it. Bring your hands up to your heart. Squeeze your thighs in. Extend through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, start to lift your hips off of your heels. Squeeze your thighs in even more. Engage your core. Yes. You've got to keep your eyes right on the mat or 4 feet in front of you. And then release. Drop your hips back down. Place your hands onto the mat. Straighten out your legs. Open up your hammies. Drop your head down. Open up the back of your neck. Bend one knee at a time. Whew. One more round of the toe stand. You're not going to have to lift your hips this time. As you inhale, bend both of your knees. Rest your hips on your heels. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Squeeze your thighs in. Keep your hands right at your heart. Extend through the crown of your head. Again, we're just testing our balance here today. Squeeze your thighs in. You're generating heat. If you do want to, you can lift your hips off of your heels, but no pressure to do it. Make sure that your thighs are engaged, your core is engaged. Yes, good, guys. Release, rest your hips on your heels, place your hands down, and then just roll onto your backs. Bring your knees in with you, rock from side to side. Whew. All that balancing fun is now over. You have the support of the ground below you. Drop your left knee down to the ground. Sorry, your left foot down to the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So you're going right into your reclined figure 4. Try to bring your right knee away from your chest as you bring your right heel in. All of y'all in this group can handle this. Lift your left foot up off of the ground so that you can guide your left knee into your chest. That's going to deepen the stretch in your right side hip. Continue to flex your right toes to protect your right knee. Press the back of your neck into the ground. And yes, definitely, if you need more, straighten out your left leg, maybe even grab your left big toe. But what you're trying to do here is guide your right knee farther away from your chest. Release. Bend your left knee, plant the sole of your left foot into the ground, and then go into a twist. Drop your right foot into the left side of your mat. Turn your head to the right, cactus out your arms. Press the backs of your hands into the ground. Bring your right knee away from your chest. Open up your right side hip. Feel the left side of your neck open. And then release. Untwist. Uncross your right ankle off of your thigh. Go to the left side. So now your left ankle is crossing over your right thigh. Recline figure 4 here. If you did it on the other side, you're going to lift your right foot up. So all y'all in this group, lift your right foot up. Press your left knee away from your chest. Bring your left heel in. If you straighten out your left leg on the other side, do it here. If you grabbed your big toe on the other side, do it here too. But again, the purpose here is to feel that stretch in your outer hip. So gently guide your knee farther away from your chest. Press the back of your neck into the ground. And then release, bend your right knee. Keep your ankle underneath your knee. You're going into your twist. On your exhale, guide your left foot to the right side of your mat. Plant the sole of your mat into the ground. Start to turn your head over to the left. You're opening up the right side of your neck. You want to guide your knee away from your chest. Feel that space around your rib cage open. Your chest is expanding with every round of breath. Inhale together. On your exhale, find your deepest twist. And then release, roll onto your back. Unhook your ankle from your thigh. And then now you're ready for bridge. Your knees are still going to point up towards the ceiling. This is exactly where we started with your hips on the mat. Inhale. On your exhale, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Put more pressure on your mat with your shoulders. You should be able to lift your hips up a little bit more. Squeeze your glutes, all that energy, all the heat that you created in your body. Use it all now to find a nice little backward bend here. You've got the support of the mat, the earth below you. On your next exhale, come down as slowly as you can. Allow your hips to be the last thing to touch the ground. You've got one more round of bridge. Inhale. On your exhale, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, dig your heels into the mat. You're going to bring your chest up to your chin, but make sure you have a little bit of a gap so you can maintain your breath. Dig your heels into the ground. If you want more, maybe bring your heels up. You're down to your last inhale here. Stay for your exhale. And then release. Come down one vertebra at a time. We're going to go into one more round of bridge. If wheel is in your practice, we're going to go into that now. If you've never done wheel, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. But my friends who are here live with me, if wheel is in your practice, go into it on your own. Step by step though, you're going to place your hands on the mat with your fingertips facing your shoulders. You want to squeeze your elbows in so that your elbows are in line with your wrists. And your setup is just like it is for bridge. Knees are stacked over your ankles. With your hips on the mat, inhale. And then on your exhale, lift your hips off of the ground. So this in itself is just the setup. Make sure again that your elbows are in line with your wrists. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, put more pressure on your mat with your hands. Start to straighten out your arms, drop your head back. So you're in a delicious backward bend. Roll the weight to your toes. Push your hips forward, drop your head back even more. Make sure your knees stay stacked over your ankles, and always make sure you have enough energy to come out of it. So at any point, if you're over it, come out the exact same way you went in. So for me, that's dropping my heels down first, then bending my elbows. Oh, I'm going to slowly sliver my shoulders down to the ground, then bring my knees into my chest. Awesome. And just like that, lift your feet off of the ground, rock from side to side. Then grab the outsides of your feet for happy baby. Pull hard using your bicep strength. Guide your knees closer to the ground. Press the back of your neck into the floor. Send your energy to your inner thighs, your hips. Stay here for an inhale. On your exhale, pull with every bit of energy you have. And then press the soles of your feet together. Splay your knees apart by squeezing your glutes. Bring your heels closer to your pelvis. Press the back of your neck into the ground. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, keep the soles of your feet together. Hang out here in your reclined butterfly. Put more pressure on your inner thighs with your hands as a way to encourage more hip opening as you find your final resting position for this class. Do everything you can to feel both of your shoulders connect to the ground as a way to open up the front of your body. If you don't want to place your hands on your inner thighs, you always have the option of placing right hand on your stomach, left hand on your heart, or maybe bring your arms on both sides of your body. There's also the arms up and overhead option. Whatever you do, find complete stillness. Whatever you do, think of the word surrender. And whatever that means to you, try and commit to that. So for me, surrendering is completely letting go. Surrendering means no more movement. Surrendering means finding that place that not just makes me happy, but allows me to completely relax. It's tuning out the noise. It's knowing that I have done enough. It's knowing that I am enough. Wherever you are with your breath, sigh it out. And on your next inhale, fill up your cup. Let that cup overflow with abundance of love that you have for yourself. And then as you open up your mouth, share that love with everything, everyone around you. On your next inhale, straighten out your legs one at a time. Feel that relief in your hips, your flexors especially. And then drop your arms down both sides of your hips. Keep your palms facing up. Continue to feel the backside of your body connect to the ground. And then now you're just going to roll onto your right side body. Use your right bicep as a pillow and curl into the fetal position, bending both of your knees. Next inhale, push up into your seat. Face the top of your mat. Crisscross applesauce. Excellent work, everyone. Sorry to wake you up from your sleep. As you find yourself in your seated position, relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. And then as you inhale, just take your hands right up to your heart. Your elbows are bent. You're feeling your heartbeat so strong just for yourself. You worked hard for that heartbeat elevating today. And as you feel the way it's beating for you now, be grateful that you have that. Be grateful that we had this time. And be grateful that we have our health that enabled us to show up to our mats today and work as hard as we did. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, with each other, and for starting your weekend off with me. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart to yours, the light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank y'all so much. Happy Friday. That's the beauty of having these like fun floors. I can just slide around. How do I still don't know how to unmute y'all? All right. Happy day. Thank you for showing up.